As you may know, and as you should know, today was a very special day for the Queen. And no, I'm not talking about Beyonce. I'm talking about the original Queen. The crown-wearing, Range Rover-driving, 96-year-old, 5-foot giant whose face has been on money longer than any of us losers have even been alive. Long live the Queen! I'm sorry. Every one of us from the colonies, we just get so excited when we talk about the Queen. Yeah, they whipped it into us when we were kids. It's not my fault. Where was I? Oh, yes. Queen Elizabeth II has now officially been on the throne for 70 years, which means it's time to throw a little party.
4 days of parades and pageantry underway in London this morning to celebrate the historic 70-year reign of Queen Elizabeth. Hundreds of thousands gathering outside of Buckingham Palace. Tens of millions watching around the world, an event filled with royal tradition and ceremony.
1,500 troops, 350 horses. This pageantry is the envy of the world. At Stonehenge, they have been showing pictures of the Queen from different decades.
The Jubilee's official dessert, a 7-layer lemon trifle in honor of the Queen's 7 decades of service.
The Queen has given us her life, really.
Love her, she's beautiful. God save the Queen!
The incredible composure of the Queen herself standing on that balcony, just how glamorous Kate looked. I mean, she is becoming an icon. And then little Prince Louis, who looked frankly bored and a little unimpressed by the whole thing.
Yeah, of course he's bored. Don't forget, he's a prince, okay? So to him, she's not the Queen of England in her palace. She's just granny in her house with the grandma smell, all right? It doesn't matter what the spectacle is. At the end of the day, he is still a little kid at a family party. If you want to hold his interest, you know what you got to do? You got to give him an iPad. Yeah. That's what I do with 4-year-olds. Whenever I look after them, yeah, I put YouTube on autoplay, and then boom, they sit for like 10 hours straight. Yeah, I'm the world's best babysitter, and they come away understanding that Bush did 9/11. But seriously, this looked like so much fun. 4 days of parties. It's like a Burning Man where nobody's pretending to be poor. They've got 1,500 troops, hundreds of horses, 7-layer desserts. The only part I didn't enjoy was when they projected the Queen onto Stonehenge. Yeah, that felt kind of like an age thing, you know? It was like, hey, you two know each other, don't you? Yeah, Queen, say hi to the stone faces. And while this extravaganza may seem excessive to people, you got to admit 70 years on the throne is impressive. You know, in fact, it's impressive for any job. Who else has held on to a job for that long? Huh? I mean, if you think about it, in fact, maybe it's time for the Queen to try something new. Yeah, I mean, with the skills she's learned at this job, you know, she could try something else. She would be an incredible Walmart greeter, you know? Just like plasma screens in aisle 5. She could be a consultant on the next season of Bridgerton, you know? Yeah, just being like, it's not bad, but I wish we had this many chocolate hunks in my day. Yeah, or the best of all, she could be a rapper. Yeah, the Queen would be seamless in that. Yeah, she's got the bodyguards, she's got the bling, she just went platinum. All she needs now is to start a beef with another monarch. Yeah, you want some of this, Emperor Naruhito? Didn't think so, bitch! After 2 days of excruciating waiting, the royal baby finally has a name.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have announced the name of the newest member of the royal family, their son Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor. Earlier today, the joyous new parents spoke to the press at Windsor Castle.
It's magic. It's pretty amazing, and I mean, I have the 2 best guys in the world, so I'm really happy.
We're just so thrilled to have our own little bundle of joy and to be able to spend some precious times with him as he slowly starts to grow up.
Oh, they're so sweet. Although I do have to admit this, right? I always find it weird when people introduce a new baby, right? Because if you think about it, there's such a big contrast between the end product and how it was made, you know? You know what I mean? Because if we were honest, we'd be like, we're really overjoyed to welcome this pure little miracle, the result of our sweaty night of just raw dogging, #blessed. And it's especially weird because when it's the royals, it's big news that they did one of humanity's most basic biological functions. But that's what having a baby is. Just something your body does, something humans do. It's like if there was a front page news story and the headline was just, Gary farted. But anyway, welcome to the world, little Archie. And I know some people are disappointed by the name Archie. But there's one person who's super excited, the Queen. Yeah, because you know for the last 9 months, she's been like, please don't be Jamal, please don't be Jamal, please don't be Jamal, please don't be Jamal. The British royal family. They're like the Kardashians with an occasional beheading. Now, the royal family has had plenty scandals in their time, but right now, they're going through an unprecedented crisis. Last week, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced that they're no longer going to be on the family phone plan anymore. And so today, the Queen called everyone together for an emergency royal summit.
We move now. We just mentioned a couple seconds ago the latest drama surrounding the royals. The Queen, as we speak, holding a crisis summit with her family in the wake of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's stunning decision to step back from their role.
Harry and his dad, Charles, and brother William were there. And Meghan Markle reportedly called in from Canada.
Yes, the Queen summoned everyone to a private meeting at her royal country house. And everyone attended except Meghan Markle, who conference called in. And I'll be honest, I don't blame Meghan for not going. Because nothing good happens when white people invite you to the countryside. We all know. We've all seen it. We've all seen Get Out. We know how this shit ends. And by the way, how gangster is it that the Queen is 93 years old and still driving herself? Huh? That is so dope. 93 years old. She's in a Range Rover like she's in a hip-hop video from the 90s. Like, you could throw some Biggie under that clip and it wouldn't look out of place. Anyway, the big question everyone's asking right now is, why? Why would Harry and Meghan want out of a life that so many people dream of having? I mean, think about it. We kiss frogs to try and become royalty. Huh? The only thing I've ever gotten is frog herpes. But for Harry and Meghan in particular, the reality of being a royal couple has been far from a fairy tale.
Just a few months into their relationship, British tabloids descended on them with racially charged headlines and commentary, like this one from the Daily Mail that read, Harry's girl is almost straight out of Compton.
A British DJ has been fired for a controversial tweet about the royal baby. The BBC's Danny Baker posted a photo showing a couple holding hands with a chimpanzee, and the caption read, Royal baby leaves hospital.
The wife of one of the Queen's cousins, Princess Markle of Kent, wore what's called a blackamoor brooch to the Queen's annual Christmas lunch with Harry and Meghan in attendance. The jewelry is widely viewed as racist for its depiction of black people.
Wow. Wearing a blackamoor brooch to meet Meghan's, family? You meeting Meghan Markle, you meeting everyone else? That is next level. I wonder if this woman has a cabinet full of racist brooches for different occasions. Who even has that? Is she just like, Jeeves, I'm off to Korea. Fetch me my necklace of a dog in a frying pan, please. We're going all the way. But this shows you some of what Meghan was up against, right? To her critics, you've got to understand, Meghan was everything people didn't want in the royal family. She's black, she's from the middle class, she's a divorcee, and worst of all, she said the American version of The Office is way better. And the biggest culprit of the Meghan criticism has been the British tabloid press. I mean, just look at a few of these stories. It went viral this weekend, like how they covered Meghan in comparison to Kate Middleton. Right? Direct stories. When Kate was pregnant, the Daily Mail said, pregnant Kate tenderly cradles her baby bump. But when Meghan did the exact same thing, the headline was, why can't Meghan Markle keep her hands off her bump? Is it pride, vanity, acting? The press did this with everything. When Kate was pregnant, the Express said that she was eating avocados for her morning sickness cure. But then when Meghan ate them, suddenly Meghan's beloved avocados were linked to human rights abuse and drought. Yeah. And I mean, think about it. Prince Andrew's over here having sleepovers at Jeffrey Epstein's house, and the British press is like, Meghan Markle ordered guacamole. So it's completely understandable that Harry and Meghan would want to step away from all of this hate in the UK. But now, Everyone is wondering what they'll do to support themselves without any of that royal cash. Well, good news, Meghan's already got herself a job.
Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is reportedly working on a deal to record a voiceover for Disney. Meghan and Prince Harry met with Disney's CEO at the London premiere of The Lion King in July, where Harry appeared to discuss possible future projects.
Okay, wait. Prince Harry really did that? At a movie premiere last year, he asked the CEO of Disney to hook his wife up with voiceovers. And I mean, don't get me wrong, on the one hand, husband goals. On the other hand, you gotta admit the monarchy has fallen off, right? No, because back in the day, it used to be like, if you marry my daughter, I'll give you Burgundy. And now it's like, my wife actually does a pretty good Timon. You should hear her. Come on, baby, do the thing. Hakuna Matata, do the thing. And you know what's funny is, whenever you see the world's most powerful people talking, we always assume that they're talking about important things like climate change or world peace or the next Illuminati orgy, but it turns out they're all just hustling. Yeah, it's like, oh, did I mention I started selling fudge? Take my card with my website on it. It's BillGatesFudge.com. But that's where we are right now. Meghan and Harry are on their way to a new life. The press is losing one of their favorite targets, and the Queen is so angry about it that she's about to go do some drive-bys. The royal family. They're like the Kardashians, but less welcoming to black people. It's been a month since Harry and Meghan announced that they wanted to leave the family. And now they've been told that they're free to go, but they gotta leave their name tags behind.
Harry and Meghan will soon be royals no more, at least publicly. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex released new details about their plan to step down from formal royal duties, including an agreement with the Queen to not use the word royal in any future philanthropic or commercial pursuits. Though they will formally retain their Royal Highness titles, they will no longer be able to use them after the transition takes place on March 31st.
Damn, Harry and Meghan are losing their titles? That's the most embarrassing royal loss since William's hairline. But yes, the Queen has announced that Harry and Meghan can no longer describe themselves as royal. And I won't lie, if I was Harry and Meghan, I'll be like, fine, then we'll be known as Royale. It's actually pretty funny how petty the Queen is being. Now, because basically, you know what she's doing? She's trying to turn Harry and Meghan from the official royals to the store brand. That's what she's doing. Like, you know how the store brand is kind of like the brand name, but just off, like slightly? Like Frosted Flakes will have Tony the Tiger, but then the store brand is a weird polar bear, yeah? So then every morning you have to look at the box while you're eating cereal and you're like, I wish my mom didn't buy you. But I'll be honest, I don't think the Queen is gonna win this one, because it's not like Harry and Meghan need those titles for us to know who they are. No one here has names like Harry and Meghan and they're like, which Harry and Meghan? The ones from Nashville? Is that them? The British royal family, aka England's 1200-year genetics experiment. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle quit the family business a year ago, many people wondered why they would leave an institution with such awesome wealth and prestige. But now, it looks like they've found something almost as good: podcasting.
Britain's Prince Harry and his wife Meghan are becoming podcasters. In an audio announcement, the couple said that they will host and produce podcasts for Spotify in conjunction with their company Archwell Audio. Spotify says the couple's first podcast will be a holiday special this month featuring stories of hope and compassion to celebrate the new year. The first complete series is expected next year.
Yo, guys. Meghan Markle has completely flipped the royal family on its head. 5 years ago, they were like, Meghan Markle is now the Duchess of Sussex and must be addressed as such. Now they're like, Prince Harry is offering 20% off Casper mattresses with promo code BlueBlood2020. But still, guys, podcasting? I mean, it's good to see that even though they've left the royal family, Harry and Meghan are carrying on the tradition of not having real jobs. Now, but for real, I'm joking, man. No hate, no hate. I'm glad that Harry's living his best life now. And it's going to be so hilarious when he explains this to the Queen. So, what is it that you do exactly, Harry? What is it that you do exactly, Grandma? Ah, touché. the British royal family, aka the world's #1 exporter of black daughters-in-law. The royals have gotten a lot of criticism for some old-fashioned racist attitudes, but now they're committing to making a major step into the 20th century.
New this morning, in the aftermath of disturbing claims of racism made by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, there are now reports that the royal family will soon appoint a diversity chief. Yeah, it was during an interview with Oprah that Harry and Meghan said that an unnamed member of the royal family raised the issue of how dark their child would be potentially. A Buckingham Palace source says that plans had been in the works for a so-called diversity czar prior to the explosive interview.
Okay. I think it's great that the royal family is hiring a diversity czar, but you guys don't have to pretend that you were already planning on doing this. I mean, this isn't a family that cares about diversity. The Queen has been in power for what, 70 years? And she's only ever had one kind of dog. So clearly, the royal family could use some help from a diversity czar, you know? They can teach the Queen why it was wrong for the one black Spice Girl to be called Scary. You know, they can teach her what BBC really stands for. Hell, the only thing they don't need to teach the Queen is how to dress for black church. But the big question is, how exactly will the diversity czar carry out all these changes? Well, to find out, I'm really excited to announce that we have been granted an exclusive interview with the new diversity czar for the royal family. I think we actually have him on now. Hello.
Hello, Trevor. Yeah. Or should I say, hello, Trevor?
Michael Costa? You're the Queen's diversity czar? Like, how did you get the job?
Prince William and I go way back. The Windsors used to hire me to lose to him in tennis.
No, I mean, you're a white guy. Like, why wouldn't the royal family hire somebody more diverse for the diversity job?
Well, you know, they thought about it, but then people were so angry after the whole Archie controversy, they just decided to make black people happy and pick a white guy.
No, I don't think that, you know, whatever. Okay, let's just get into it. What is your plan to make the royal family more accepting of diversity?
Well, first off, Trevor, people underestimate how diverse the royal family already is. You know, we have Welsh people, we have Scottish people, we have zombies. It's a rainbow over here.
Costa, none of those actually count. The royal family needs to do a better job of promoting inclusivity among black and brown people.
Way ahead of you, Trevor, and we've got a great idea for how to do that. You see, the problem with the British is that too many of them are white. So our new idea is for the British to reach out to non-white countries and make them British. Boom, instant diversity.
Costa, that sounds like colonization.
What? No, I'm describing partnership. Britain's partners give Britain their diversity and also their raw materials, and in return, Britain will teach them cricket, the world's most exciting sport. This is a win-win for everyone.
Costa, that is definitely colonization. You're talking about restarting the British Empire.
Look, call it whatever you want, Trevor, but the fact is, this is the only way the royal family is going to survive. Now look, do you want more seasons of The Crown or not?
All right, good luck with your colonization, Costa.
Thank you.
I really want to see season 5.